Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Don't jump. Ready?
The drive starts with a run from Achane. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
In motion, Hill.
Go.
Right back to Achane on second down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. You'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing on third down. Fields. Oh, his first throw of the game. Going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now a 2nd and 6. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
In motion right is Addison. They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. They'll get this down to the 38.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. You look at this Bears defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete.
When you go up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it?
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Hill going to go in motion right. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The Bears 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10, then 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again.
Here we go.
Here's a toss left for Achane. And he is going to lose yardage here. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Fields. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
We're scoreless after one.
With no score.
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Press, one strike.
Up the middle, Achane. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Moore, the man in motion. Now Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Right. Hey, Ken.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Steps away. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal, a loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down.
And on 2nd and goal, they decide to throw it again, and this result is even worse. They take a sack. On 1st down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first 2 plays, beginning with 1st and goal.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Fields now to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Bears. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Extra point and nothing behind it, but it does get through off the crossbar. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now Tua. He shakes him off. Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Watch out for Hill on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A run straight ahead with Achane.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now 2nd and 5.
Angel. One strike.
Here's Fields. And he fires one incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. In motion right is Addison. Looking to pass. Tua. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the 2nd quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a 1st down.
Tua now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now a 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Tua to throw again. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Ryan Succop will come on and try the field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Succop missed it. It's no good. He missed it wide to the left. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And partner, a lot of kickers in this spot like to aim at the right upright and just draw it back down the center. This one looked like it was aimed at the left upright and just kept...
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Fields on 1st down. And they'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or from the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 1st downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Right. 11.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Complete to number 3, Jordan Addison. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7.
From midfield, here's Tua. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. That one goes for 24 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are back within a score.
Extra point put through by Succop. And it's now 13-7.
13. Vikings 7.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
And he returns this to the 22.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
Out, let's go. Hey,
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here we go.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. From the gun, here's Fields. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. He wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Here's Tua. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Tua sets up to pass it. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
I'm glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Chandler. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Chandler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Here's Smith to return it. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. Now, how does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally and whether or not they have it in them to come back. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're on their heels a bit right now. On the handoff, it's Achane.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
3rd down and 6. Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The tackle made by K'Lavon Chaisson.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. Back to throw. Fields. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Here we go, son.
Foreman powering ahead.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Deontay Foreman
taking it in from
14 yards out. And the Bears have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. The Bears offense staying put. Justin Fields always a threat to run. They'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there and worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Double one, hard.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That's on multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Well, they have a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Kevin O'Connell has a play call ready. His guys going for it on 4th. Now Tua going to try and sneak it. And he is going to pick up the Vikings 1st down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Tua. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd and a yard at the Bears' 11-yard line.
Here's 2nd and a yard. In motion right is Addison.
All right, let's go.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Hey, get set.
Now Tua. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game.
Oh, this is a great play right here by a very versatile linebacker. It's a zone defense, so he's responsible for one area of the field. And Brandon, I don't think the quarterback ever saw him. Or if he did, he saw him too late because he snuck into a great position there to pick that one off.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game, challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Hey, 551, 551.
Here's Fields. He'll dump this off to Achane. Room here to run. There he goes up the right sideline.
And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield.
What a call there on third down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a first down, but it's a big play to boot.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Running left, Achane. And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Chicago, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.